warm African savanna, is where Leo stay, the mighty African lion. Everyone called him the king of the grasslands. When Leo roared, zebras ran. Monkeys jumped into trees. Even the wind seemed to stop. But Leo had a very big secret. One morning, while Leo was taking a royal nap, something started, scratch, scratch, scratch. A tiny house mouse ran across his paw. Leo jumped up and screamed, "Ah, a mouse." The next morning, Leo tried to act brave. He sat on his favorite rock and practiced his roar. R-O-O-O-O-R. But suddenly, scratch, scratch. The tiny house mouse appeared again. "Hello, Mr. Lion," squeaked the mouse. Leo nearly fainted. "Stay back, tiny monster," he shouted. The mouse blinked. "Monster, I'm just a mouse," Leo whispered nervously. "Exactly, that's what makes you scary." The mouse giggled, and that giggle gave him a very funny idea. The little house mouse looked at the giant African lion shaking behind a tree. "Why are you afraid of me?" asked the mouse. Leo whispered, "You're small, fast, and unpredictable." The mouse laughed. "I'm not scary. Watch this." He rolled on the ground, tripped over a leaf, and bumped into a rock. "See, I'm terrible at being scary." Leo slowly peeked out. Maybe, just maybe, the mouse wasn't so frightening after all. But suddenly, a loud noise came from the bushes. Crash! Something big moved in the tall grass. Leo froze. The mouse froze. Out stepped a hungry spotted hyena. The hyena licked its lips. Well, lunch and dessert." Leo tried to roar, but only a tiny squeak came out. The mouse whispered, "Don't worry. I have a plan." Leo looked down in shock. "You have a plan?" The mouse nodded confidently. Sometimes the smallest hero saves the biggest king. The hyena stepped closer to the shaking African lion. But suddenly, the tiny house mouse ran straight toward the hyena. "Hey, big nose," squeaked the mouse. The hyena laughed. "A snack before lunch." But the mouse jumped onto the hyena's nose and started tickling it with his tail. The hyena sneezed, then another sneeze, and another. Soon the hyena ran away sneezing across the savanna. Leo slowly stepped out from behind the tree. The hyena was gone. The little house mouse stood proudly. Leo blinked in disbelief. "You saved me." The giant African lion bowed his head. "Maybe I was wrong about mice." The mouse smiled. "And maybe you're braver than you think." Leo tried one more roar. This time it was loud, powerful, and confident. The king had found his courage. From that day on, the mighty African lion and the tiny house mouse became best friends. Leo protected the mouse from danger. And the mouse reminded Leo that even kings can learn new things. Whenever Leo felt scared, the mouse would say, "Remember, size doesn't matter. Sometimes the smallest friend can make the biggest difference." And that is how a mouse became the best friend of a lion. Thank you for watching. Hope you have learned something new. Don't miss our new series.